Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another video. Oh my goodness, I'm so freaking excited for this video, guys, because the autumn content is officially starting on my channel, even though today the weather, guys, it's decided to freaking be a heat wave. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from. It's just typical with English weather. I feel like genuinely the seasons are changing. You know, here's me getting all excited for autumn and coats and everything cozy, and yeah, we are now like baking in a 28-degree heat wave. That is why I look different actually from when this video will roll, because I'm just so hot. The hair has had to go back. I've had to put on something more kind of like summer weather appropriate. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly come on and intro this video because, as you can see from the title, today we're doing a little bit of autumn prep. So we're just going to be cleaning up the kitchen, the dining table area and the lounge, just the main kind of bit in my house, because that is where I mainly decorate for autumn. So I wanted to get it all nice and sparkling clean, smelling nice and fresh, all ready for the autumn decorate, which, as you can see, like bits and bobs are behind me because I have actually started filming that video too, and now the house is all nice and clean, but I haven't quite finished yet, so I'm gonna get that finished off soon. But yeah, anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this kind of little mini clean with me and sort of like prep for autumn. I'm hoping that, well, I say I'm hoping the weather like starts being more autumn. I'm actually living for summer because, as you guys know, in the UK, we haven't really had much of a summer. Although, looking at the weather forecast, I feel like we'll probably only have a couple of days of this and then it will be back to miserable, cold, typical England. But anyway, guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Also, remember to click the subscribe button. And without further ado, we're just going to get into my autumn prep clean with me.
World had more of your smile. What if the
Okay guys, so getting started in the kitchen as always. I'm just doing some general tidying up, so just putting things away in the right places, and just moving the cat bowls off the worktop, which I know probably will irritate some people, but you guys already know my story behind that. And then obviously just taking my antibacterial spray. I'm using the tropical, I don't actually think it's called tropical, it's like coconut and something from Fabulosa, and honestly it's just my absolute fave. It smells sensational. So yeah, I'm just taking a minky and wiping down the surfaces.
I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us, and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes, they never know.
Once the worktop is all nice and clean, I'm then just going around to the sink because there's loads of bits and bobs in the sink that just needs going in the dishwasher and just cleaning up. And I'm also just going to wipe down that cat sort of like mat as well that I put down for the cats so the food doesn't go everywhere. Then I'm just moving onto the back wall, giving the shelves a nice clean, and also just cleaning like the tea, coffee and sugar canisters because these get covered in dust. I'm just using a wipe for these, but the wipes are actually like the eco-friendly ones that is it like decomposable? So yeah, they're the ones that I really recommend if you're going to use wipes. And then, as you can see, just spritzing it down with the Fabulosa again and my minky, and then I'll move on to the bottom part of the worktop and just move everything out of the way, give everything a good spritz, you know, sort of like wipe the walls as well. And then I'll move on to my window and glass spray, again from Fabulosa. This one, again, I really recommend it. It just smells so amazing. And yeah, just going to spritz down the toaster and the kettle. Then moving on to the hob, starting from obviously this top and then working my way down to the bottom. So I'm just spritzing this with window and glass spray, and just giving that a wipe over because so much dust collects there. And I'm also using my window and glass spray on the splashback because it's like shiny and I don't want any smears and streaks. Then I'm just using some good old Sif in the lemon scent for my actual hob. So I just give this a good clean down with my minky, and then just to finish it off and give it a nice gleam to it, I then go in with some more window and glass spray and just buff all this in. Now, I feel like I've shown you guys this before, but around my hob, like all debris and just food and grease and stuff kind of like gets stuck around it. So what I do is I just get a palette knife and then I'll just spray some anti-bac spray and just wipe all the debris that you've managed to get out away. Then obviously give your palette knife a good clean and put it in your dishwasher or whatever. But as you can see, it's sparkling and you've got none of that grease around the outside. But yeah, that is all nice and clean down. Loving these fresh flowers as well, by the way, that Mitchell got me. They're so nice and pretty. Something about fresh flowers that I just absolutely love. Then moving on to the sort of like next side of my kitchen, just doing the same old thing really, you know, cleaning down the shelves again, moving everything out of the way, spritzing it down. I'll just go through my coffee machine as well and like all the little bits and give them a swill and clean. And yeah, I always like to wipe the walls too, because sometimes you get little splashbacks of coffee and, you know, just bits and bobs. So yeah, that is that.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep.
Next, I'm moving on to one of my favourite things to do in the kitchen. I feel like whenever I do this, it just makes the kitchen smell so insane. Everywhere looks gleaming. And all I simply do is just grab some Sephora. I'm just taking the, I think it's like the Mandarin one. I just wanted to use this because it was orange and sort of went with my orange cleaning theme. And I just take a little bit on some kitchen roll and just wipe over all of the cupboards, and yeah, it just leaves it smelling so fresh and just gives them a nice gleam.
Calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you.
Next, it's time to give the bins a good old clean. Now, I actually only needed to empty one bin bag that was full, so I'm just putting that to the side, then popping some sieve into the bin, and then filling up my kettle and just going to get some nice hot steamy boiled water, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm just wiping down sort of like the sides of the bin and stuff as well, just to make sure that's smelling nice and all sparkling and clean. There's nothing better than a fresh bin. And then as you can see, just tipping the hot water in there. I'll sort of like just let that, you know, just do its thing for a bit. And also just take a Dishmatic just to give it a clean, and then empty it, and then pop some Lenore fresh beads in. I don't know what scent these are. I think they're the gold orchid. They smell so good. So yeah, that's that done. Then moving on to the sink. Now I'm actually using these sink refreshener sachets that I got. All you simply do is just pop them down your sink. And then just leave them for an hour and then just put some boiling water down the sink, and it just helps, you know, keep your plug holes nice and fresh and smelling great. Then I'm just giving the actual sink a clean itself, so just using some sieve for this and my Dishmatic, and yeah, works a treat.
I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside.
Then moving on to the hoovering, so just taking my good old fave Shark Hoover. Absolutely love this Hoover, guys. If you're on the market for a new Hoover, I really recommend. It's just, yeah, brilliant. I absolutely love the cordless ones. Couldn't recommend enough. And then after I've done the hoovering, I will then of course go in with the mop. I am using the Flash Speed Mop, and I actually picked up some new wipes. They've brought out a new scent in the wipes called like Wild Orchid, and they smell so good. So yeah, really recommend. Okay, so that is the kitchen all clean. Just thought I'd come on for this bit and just do like a little bit of a vlog format, just because if I turn the camera around, please ignore that like orange table runner. I will explain in a second, but it's going to be a little bit of a different clean video today. Ignore the fact that I'm listening to the Parent Trap soundtrack. I watched the movie a couple of days ago and I'm just obsessed with it. So yeah, I wanted to listen to the soundtrack. But anyway, as you can see in my living room, I have got all of my autumn stuff out because, of course, this clean with me is sort of like a pre-autumn clean with me, just getting everywhere clean for when I decorate. So I'm going to be decorating immediately after this clean with me, and this is obviously going to be a separate video, but yeah, I'm not going to be moving this whilst I clean because obviously if I put it all back, it's just a nightmare. So yeah, I've kind of like laid it all out here. So I'm going to keep that here. So I'll have to obviously clean this part of the sofa when all of that is taken off. I have got other bits and bobs out that I need to tidy up. But yeah, the next place I'm going to clean is my table, because you guys know I love to do a really nice autumn table display. I didn't actually have this last year. So this is going to look so nice, my autumn table. I'm definitely going to keep that, I think, as my centerpiece. I was just testing this out as well, because this is a runner that I got from not eBay, Etsy. It's like orange and it's like a chiffon fabric. To be fair, it's more orange than what I thought, but I'm gonna see what it looks like. If it looks rubbish, I'm gonna return it. But yeah, anyway, for now, I'm just gonna take everything off the table, give it obviously a good clean, and then, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna reset it, just because I wanna set it all properly after, and it might just be easier if I keep it plain. Don't know, I'm gonna see. But yeah, anyway, also ignore all this as well. I am obviously selling these, just kind of like shoved all my cleaning stuff on here for the moment. So yeah, they will be going to. Anyway, just thought I'd update you on that, in case when you see me cleaning you're like, what's all the boxes, that's not tidy. But yeah, anyway, let's get back onto the cleaning. Okay, so moving on to the dining table area, I'm simply just going to take everything off and put it to the side and just give the dining table a good clean down, hoover underneath, mop the floor, and yeah, just leave it bare so it's all ready for when I do my autumn decorate, because obviously I am mixing things up a little bit. So yeah, I feel like if I just leave it as a blank canvas, it's going to be much easier.
Just left this town while I'm slowly heading back to my apartment. I'm not asking for your thoughts, I'm just thinking out loud in the darkness. Ooh, there's no point, 'cause we both know. Ooh, from here there's nowhere to go. Someone said your heart is golden. All I got was my heart broken. I can see the dawn is coming just for you, for you, for you.
Then just moving over to the living room area, and as always, I'm just giving my coffee table a good dust prior to me spraying it down with some window and glass spray. I really recommend using the duster first, because it obviously just gets all the dust and bits off, and then when you wipe it down with your window and glass spray and cloth, it's just much easier.
Times will come again when the wind is blowing in my direction. Still I can't ignore the pain. It's the only thing that tells me I'm breathing.
Then I've just changed attachments on my Shark Hoover and just using the one for the sofa, just because I noticed so many bits on there, so I just thought it would be easier just to quickly hoover it first, and then I will spray it down with my fave Clean Cotton Primark fabric spray. Oh my god, this smells so good. If you've never tried this, then I really recommend. And then I'll just puff up all the cushions, and then I'll also just take the oh my goodness, what is it called? It's just like a brush for your sofa, and that just gets any additional cat hair off that, you know, the Hoover hasn't picked up. Then I'm just taking my Dr. Beckham carpet and sort of like fabric cleaner, just because I noticed a few marks on my sofa. So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly just go over it quickly and get off any marks. Then I'm just taking my extra long duster just to go underneath the sofa. Obviously, with it being a corner sofa, it's super heavy for me to move on my own. And obviously there's dust and just bits that collect underneath. So yeah, I find this a really good way to clean under the sofa. And then I'll go in with my Shark Hoover and just clean all the bits up.
sunshine and moonlight.
Moving on to the cat tree. Now I know this probably seems really weird and random, but I like to take the brush that I use for the sofa and brush all of the cat tree down. Honestly, it makes such a huge difference. Like when you look at it before, there's just so much hair and fluff on, and then when you just give it a good brush down, it looks just, yeah, it just looks so much better. It's crazy how much of a difference just brushing all the cat hair off is. And then I'm just moving on to the windows. I really need to clean the outside of the windows, but oh, I really can't be bothered. So I'm just doing the insides for now, and obviously like the skirting bit at the bottom of the window. But yeah, I really do need to put the outside on my to-do list.
But when we are apart, I bleed and I starve, and I miss you.
And to finish, I just gave everywhere a good hoover and mop of the floor and sprayed some Lenore Gold Orchid freshener. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. And yeah, there we are. Nice and clean, tidy, and smelling amazing.
Like pillows and pavement, we're like saved and spent. You're like $10,000. I'm like nickels and...
Okay guys, so I have just finished tidying up the sort of like open plan living area slash dining room and kitchen. I did end up moving all of my autumn decor just over to this big countertop instead, because I just think it's going to be so much easier to kind of like pick it all up and start decorating with. I am honestly just beyond excited to like crack on and just get everywhere decorated now. I actually don't even know where to start. I think I've got that much of it. Yeah, it is a little bit overwhelming, but as I've already mentioned, this is kind of like collected over a period of 3 years. I first started decorating 2 years ago, so yeah, these boxes are all from like last year, and yeah, some of this is new, but some of it is still kind of old still. I think I probably will start with the dining table first. That's really annoying me that that chair is like that, but yeah, I think I probably will start with the dining table. Oh, what's going on here? Because that's just like the easiest place to start, and it's nice and bare now. And then yeah, I think I will just move on to living room and kitchen. So I've not actually spoken to you about my colour scheme for my decor, but as you can probably see, I've got a mixture. So the first year I decorated, I did very sort of like traditional autumn orange kind of vibes. Last year I started introducing more like farmhouse with the eucalyptus and the greens and the white. I absolutely loved that, but I did just feel like autumn was missing a little bit. So this year I'm reintroducing some orange as well. So I'm still going to go quite like modern and what's the word, not like typical farmhouse, but yeah, kind of like modern autumn decor, but I do want to put some pops of orange in everywhere, so that's what we're going to go for. But yeah, anyway guys, I think I'm just going to sign off this video now, because obviously there will be a follow-up video to this, which is going to be my autumn decorate with me, which I'm about to start now. So you want to see the decorating in process and see all this lovely space transformed, then definitely come back to my channel and watch that. Anyway, I just thought I'd flip the camera back around and just sign myself off. Really hope you have enjoyed this sort of like mini clean with me. Obviously I know it's not been a full house clean, but I'm not going to be decorating every single room for autumn. I probably will be doing bathroom too, and maybe just pop in a few pumpkins in my study maybe. But yeah, mainly for me it's just sort of like dining room, kitchen and living area that I'm going to be decorating. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, go and follow me on Instagram too, and definitely stick around for more autumn content, because that is all coming guys. Bye that was really blunt. See ya. Wait, I don't actually know how to sign up on video. Bye guys.